Hey everybody, this is Splurge bringing you Crash Season 3 Week 4 Power Rankings. This week you guys really made it difficult for me to rank this, so just so everybody knows, we have 7 teams on 3 and 1, and nobody's going to like where they're being ranked. We have 3 teams on 2 and 2, and 4 teams on 1 and 3, and a single team still winless. This week we had some big games, which kind of really tilted everything out of perspective. But yeah, so coming up we have Levenant of the Tulsa Infernos playing against Mike of the Kandahar Crocodiles, Orozco of the Taraka Bombers playing Jimmy of the Pittsburgh Red Steelers, Vish of the New World Order playing against Malone of the St. Louis Swabloos, Carney of the Vancouver Stealth Rocks playing against Crypto of the Amity Ampharos. We then have Ducksuck of the Farfetched Flyers playing against Slap of the Ottawa Aurus. Sumami with his season debut taken over from Scoot of playing as the Seattle Salandit playing against Bash of the New York Muse. We have Sketch of the Winston Weavals playing against Phantom Base of the New York Cosmogs. And finally we have KHD of the Jersey Pursuits playing Jake of the Charlotte Beedrills. Some interesting games here. I will leave all of the replays in the description, and week 3 should also be going up straight after I record this, and hopefully this will be coming out on the weekend. So, coming in at number 16, we have an outgoing coach, because we unfortunately are saying goodbye to Jake, in part because this week and in part because he's just had enough. And so, yeah, so Jake's in 16th. Jake, do Blade. It's trash. Kabutops, it's trash without rain. Setting rocks in front of the best defogger, although one of the 2 defoggers there, but the best defogger, yeah, trash. Not prepping for Mighty Ina, I mean, it's in the name, for goodness sake, it's going to be good. But I can understand why, but come on, you need to prep for anything. But yeah, like, this game was just... and you got caught out by probably one of the best techs of the season so far. Anyway, thanks for leaving me with this dumpster of a draft that I now have to fix. Because, good news everybody, I am taking over from Mike. Another Beedrill team is coming in. The Bracknell Beedrills are back. I got bored. I want to play. So for those who don't know, as I explained it in the Discord server earlier, so what's going to happen is that one of either I'm just not going to rank myself because there'll be some sort of underlying bias, either that or I will get Sketch and Bash to try and decide where I fit in the rankings for each week. Needless to say that I think I'm going to still be last next week. But yeah, so that was Jake and the Charlotte Beedrills going out in style, having lost some of the best prep around. Coming in at 15th, we have Phantom Base of the New York Cosmogs. I'll be honest, I watched this game as soon as the replay came out. I despaired. I didn't watch it again. I know that, so through the first half of the game, it was pretty good. However, yeah, Milotic wins those sooner or later. I mean, you pushed it pretty hard, but yeah, you need to actually kill a Milotic. You can't PP stall it. We really need to work out what's going on with this team, because I can see the potential there, and I can see how it should work. It's just not working at the moment. Whether that is something about your play style or something about how the team is actually functioning and what you're missing, it's yet to be seen. If you want to come talk to me, we can discuss about how to fix it. You know, I'm always open to trying to fix squads. It's fun. It's a headache. All of that fun and games. Coming in at 14th, we have Levenant of the Tulsa Infernos. The crit on Cofagrigus. I mean, it was rough, but I don't know exactly what he had on it to actually take on a Manaphy and be able to 1v1 it adequately. And then from there was just one too many ones that that were needed to neuter its damage output. I mean, it's a bit of a negative start to how I generally this game. I mean, the opening wasn't ideal. The mid game was just Manaphy. But then actually the end game to the game, you really played quite well. I was impressed with how you played with Heatran, and I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, it was a solid end game to soften the blow and only take 3 differential from this. Just we want to see more of that end game kind of mentality earlier in the game, because then you actually win games. Pardon me. Coming in at 13th, this is purely because, so currently we have two properly new rankings that are coming in, which I didn't want to act too harshly on because of their record. But so we do actually find KHD in 13th. This though, okay, so right, what I've literally put in my document is, yo, this is so cool. I really like the Mightyena. I really like the Mightyena. However, like, you played the game really well. I have one thing to say to you: stop being so damn toxic everywhere else, okay? Because you are nice, you are a really good guy. However, the fact that you're in the other games slating every single move starts to piss me off a bit, okay? So just cool it, because we're here for fun, okay? You can still beat people and then heat them afterwards, but just, you know, whilst they're playing, give it a rest. I mean, unless I start heating people, at which point go for it. But yeah, like, just be nice, you know. Don't hop on alt accounts and make me start wondering which little bitch is being bitchy at us. But yeah, anyway, coming in at number 12, we have a bit of a drop for Jimmy and the Pittsburgh Reggie Steelers. This is a bit of a heavy drop, but it's because I don't want to weigh too heavily on new coaches coming in, and also the fact that we have 7 teams on 3-1 who all played very well. But yeah, so just turn 3, Jimmy. Just turn 3. What happened? I mean, there was admittedly. So whilst there was hacks definitely in this game, there was a little bit more than just hacks. It definitely contributed to how this game ended, but it's the price you pay for using inconsistent moves. I understand that, so in some circumstances you need to play them to win, and I understand that was something which you thought had to happen with Xurkitree. However, we saw in the end that Scarf Zygarde was going to deal with that anyway, which, I mean, it shouldn't be penalised on you for that, but just, in my opinion, you just needed to get something out of the way so that you at least had the opportunity to not take damage on something else trying to deal with Weavile. But yeah, no, the Keldeo play was the biggest thing out of this, because you literally had like the worst exchange possible and missing and then getting parried. But yeah, considering the fact that, so actually I found myself after Golurk and Keldeo went down trying to find something that could switch him twice to Moltres, and I really kind of pulled a blank. And the same went for Zygarde as well, no matter what set. I feel as if Keldeo could have been saved versus the after it took down Stunfisk, as it meant that you would have had one more bullet in the chambers to at least try and scrape something back. But yeah, it was a tough game nonetheless. I was kind of interested in knowing what you needed to be at +4 to Oko with from Zerk. But yeah, 12th, it's harsh. Yes, it is very harsh for the kind of game that was played. But this week, yet again, is another hodgepodge of how are we going to actually fit all of the teams in accurately. Coming in at number 11, we have Mike of the Kandahar Crocodiles. This is really solid prep. The crit on Cfagrigus could have conceivably given you an out to what could have been a more taxing game. But then I'm here to try and gauge the game at hand, and there's no telling how the game could have alternately gone because of just how early the crit happened. I like what I'm guessing was a Power Herb Sky attack Talonflame into Acrobatics. That was a cool bring to try and deal with Megavinu. But yeah, just a solid win. And we take those and use it as momentum going forward. You're 2-2. Let's get on to that positive record. Coming in at number 10. Number 10, we have Carney and the Vancouver Stealth Rocks. Yeah, this was a bit of a tough loss. The game was really won and lost on whether you could deal with Lando or not. And unfortunately, the answer was no. There was some really solid prep. Unfortunately, you got caught off guard by the fact that Crypto went straight for the Brave Bird against Leopard. Props to him. I mean, you made the understandable play. It was probably the correct play and everything apart from him having and clicking Brave Bird. And then it just took one too many turns to really deal with Nidoking. And then the damage was done on anything that could properly deal with Landorus. I liked the possibilities that Agility, Metagross and Conkeldurr provided early game. But ultimately, Suicune and Mashana kind of kept things under wraps. After last week, this is, again, a harsh position. It doesn't reflect how you played last week, and it doesn't reflect properly how this week went. Just this week is stupid. We've got a really, really, really tightly packed set of players here. I'm happy that I'm having this issue, whilst also entirely aggravated by it, because it means that we have a really balanced league at the moment. Coming in at number 9, we have our second first outing. We have Tsunami and the Seattle Slandit. This was a really, really impressive first outing with a team that should have won, but that's again same thing as Jimmy. It's putting faith in an unreliable move. Again, arguably could have gone for a more safe approach and just put damage onto Runi, but so it was Regenerator, so it would have changed the complexion of the game again. Otherwise, it was just a really good game to start. I mean, again, like you'll hear it later when Bash comes up, but yeah. Otherwise, just a really good game, and unfortunately, the record that you've been given and how this game went out does not reflect how well this game was played. I'm sure, though, that you'll start picking up wins. Please don't pick up a win against me if I play you. Coming in at number 8, we have Crypto and the Amityville Ampharos. I swear you're just going to yo-yo between 8th and 10th until you finally win 2 games or lose 2 games in a row. Again, a really solid game for Landorus. Did an all manner of good things for you, and then the defensive backbone really came in clutch with Suicune and Mashana. Please teach me your ways so I don't suck with bulky offense, and I've drafted bulky offense stupidly in other leagues. Teach me how to not suck. Come to me, please. Coming in at number 7. Number 7, we have. So the top 7, everybody has a record of 3-1, and a lot of people here have played each other in one way or another, and 4 of these teams played each other this week. This was a nightmare to rank. I'll try and explain as well as possible why I ranked you this way. Arguably, any of you 7 can be somewhere from 1st to 7th, varying in different ways, depending on how I weight things. So coming in at 7th, we have Sketch. So the reason that you're 7th, Sketch, A, is because you played against 16th and PR and the winless team, and B, you had to resort to Milotic to beat it. Just what can I say? I'm disappointed you had to resort to Milotic again to win a game. I thought you drafted Screen's Hyper Offense, not Milotic Stall. Either way, like, a win is a win. Congratulations, 3-1. Slow golf clap, you know. But yeah, this is a good game. It was a good game, good win. We take those. It's just another step closer to playoffs. Just do you, Sketch. You do you. Coming in at number 6, we have Bash and the New York Muse. Oh my gosh. So lucky. No skill. Ever. Gosh. Having to rely on Stone Edge misses. Otherwise you would have lost. And that is literally why you're 6th. Is because if the Stone Edge hadn't missed, you're probably going to lose. But you still won. You ran on your luck. I can't blame you for that. Just SMH Bash. Come on. You don't need to call in favours from Carney. Coming in at number 5, we have Vish and the Mew World Order. Sounded slightly Australian there. I'm not sure if I did. But yeah, so the reason you're 5th is literally the only reason you're 5th is because of how you played Terrakion. And just, even I looked at him and was like, you realise what you're doing here? You really realise? You sure? You sure you want to do this? Okay. I'm not going to blame you. But yeah, so I'm guessing roles on certain ones definitely played a big part in this outcome. Just yeah, what can't be nice is just what the heck were you thinking with Terrakion? I won't jump on it too hard because I know that you already acknowledged that and you're already annoyed about it. But yeah, that was all yikes. Either way. Come back bigger and badder next week, and you'll rebound. And yeah, just you'll start climbing back up from 5th. It's just an absolute mess at the top. Coming in at number 4, we have Orozco of the Taraka Bombers. What can I say? Hacks as a win con. Kidding. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, like Stunfisk definitely made the game a whole lot easier though. No denying that, but we take a fortune how it comes. We don't really go looking for it. And in this case, that matched up with Scarf Zygarde as kind of a topping and tailing bookends of this game. Really showed off what looked to be quite a controlling win against one of the most dangerous coaches, in my opinion. But yeah, so 4th, 3-1. You're slowly, literally, you are slowly creeping up to number 1. I'm genuinely worried that like you're just going to slowly get there and just stay on 1st. Coming in coming in 3rd, we have Malone of the St. Louis Swabloos. Okay, I'll come straight up here. I looked at the matchup on Team Preview, and these were literally the 2 things that went through my brain. Buzzwell is pretty free here if Rose and Rotom get chipped. Quickly followed by, Ditto is also going to be really interesting this game. There seems to be a couple of roles. Apparently they're a little bit crucial. But nonetheless, you capitalised on certain misplays on his part. And yeah, Buzzwell really did come in clutch, and so did Ditto. I think commanding and controlling are the 2 words for this week. Again, a really good commanding win on one of the 2 previously unbeaten teams. Coming in 2nd, we have Slap of the Ottawa Aurus. So this was the sort of win which can really spur on a team despite the amount of luck that came your way. You put yourself in the position to win though, that cannot be denied, and you made good of it. Celesteela did reasonably well. Megamedi definitely came in clutch. And the only reason that you're not 1st is because of I genuinely don't know how that game would have finished had the flinch not occurred. If it looked like you still had the game in the bag, you would probably be 1st. Because, in my opinion, Ducksucker's been the most consistent player in the league currently. And this looked like the top 2 teams playing each other, because you two really played well. I really like this game, and yeah, yeah, that's the only reason why you're not first. But so yes, that does mean that Ducksuck has now shuffled into first, taking the crown from Vish. And yeah, it was a real game and a half. The flinch arguably decided the game again. I have no clue how that would have panned out. I tried to think about it, and I just don't know. There were some really solid brings, and it's a very well played game, despite what KHD was saying in the game chat. I think it was KHD, and could have gone either way. So I don't want to punish or penalise either player harshly over the hacks. It's literally just about trying to maintain the peace. But yeah, that is Krash Week 4 PR for Season 3 in 21 minutes. It's another quick one. But yeah, yeah. This was a really hard week to rank. I'm not surprised if people are going to be angry. I can already see pings going off in Discord. But yeah, so I hope everybody has a very good week 5. I know I didn't. But yeah, so good luck to everybody in week 5. Roll on the games. I'm excited to see what happens. And I'll see you all in the next one. Week 3 should be being uploaded within the next hour. And yeah, bye!